You're not confused about what you want. Britt here. You've set the goals, you've pictured the life, all the great visualization that we do. You've even made the plan. You got it written down. So why do you keep breaking promises to yourself? It's not laziness. It's not a lack of discipline. And once you understand the real reason, a lot of this really starts to make sense. And in this video, I really want to talk to you briefly about why people actually fail. Why do they fall off their goals? And what finally helped me become someone who follows through. Not hype, no shame, just the truth. So let's start with the biggest lie that we tell ourselves, right? If I just were more disciplined, this wouldn't be happening. Discipline sounds strong, but it's fragile, right? It works when life is calm, and it disappears the moment that you're tired, stressed, or overwhelmed, which, let's face it, in today's world happens a lot. And because the truth is, we don't act based on what we want. We act based on who we believe we are. And this is conscious and mainly subconscious, your identity, right? Because if deep down you see yourself as someone who is always falling off your goals, no amount of discipline is going to fix that. And for a long time, I really wanted to write consistently. I set word count goals, I made schedules, I set up my perfect place, I tracked my goals with my chapters. I still kept stopping. You know what changed? Wasn't a better plan, I'll tell you that much. It was a different identity. I stopped saying, I'm trying to write. And I started saying, I'm a writer. And let's face it, maybe you've heard the phrase, trying is lying. Well, that sounds pretty harsh. And how I put it with my coaching clients is, we don't say that word. We eliminate that word. Because guess what? Your identity, your subconscious, what does it hear when you say, I'm going to try to empty the dishwasher. I'm going to try to be kinder to my husband. I'm going to try to show up as a more compassionate boss. All your subconscious hears is the word try. And it's such a fabulous supercomputer. Your brain is such an amazing, amazing computer that it hears try and it keeps you in the state of trying, never getting there, but just trying. So it's working perfectly for you. Drop the word, change your life, put in some new empowering words. Just start with dropping the word try, right? And see what happens. I challenge you that. And if it works for you, let me know in the comments below. We'd love you to join our safe community of amazing women just like you. So I'll put the link in the description and hope you hop on board. So back to the writing example. I started telling myself, I'm a writer. I started saying it out loud. I stopped pressuring myself with the word count goals. And I just enjoyed writing, actually. I thought about stories. I thought about who can I help with a story that I have to impart. But I still kept stopping. And then what changed? It wasn't a better plan. Again, it was this different identity of I'm a writer. I'm not trying to write, right? So writers write on good days, on messy days, even if it's one paragraph, even if it's 5-10 minutes. And that shift mattered because it removed the daily negotiation I had with myself about when I was going to actually sit down and if I had the right beverage, if I had the right cup of coffee, if, I can't tell you how many excuses I came up with. And then if the phone rang, I didn't put it on silent, I'd take the call. So one thing after another, that's not what a writer does, right? And now I have books. A couple of them actually became bestsellers in more than one category on Amazon, and I thank the good Lord for that. And I thank me sitting down, and mostly I know it was the identity shift. And whatever your goals are, I want that for you too. Because it's impossible to do it without shifting your identity. Because your brain doesn't need more pressure. It needs proof. So today, I've had a few books go to print. This one was really fun. This was a compilation of 13 other amazing ladies, and we had the opportunity to go speak at the United Nations in New York on empowering women and girls, just like you. As a best-selling author and coach, I am most fulfilled by hosting the Path to Thrive community, which empowers women who have ended a pregnancy to live fulfilled lives. I'm not obsessed now with fitting in, but with coaching and empowering women to become their 2.0 selves. And to be the 2.0 version of ourselves means, 1, be who you were designed to be, not a copy of others. 2, truly identify with your own faith. And 3, stop saying yes to things that don't support you. And that would have never happened if I hadn't shifted my identity into becoming a writer, not someone who's trying to write. So whatever your dream is, just grab hold of it. And then the second book came, and then the one that is most dear to my heart, this one, of my beautiful dad, Benjamin Franklin Ivy III, and sharing his poems. He was a brilliant financier. Nobody knew he wrote poems on airplane napkins, right? Anyway, I love doing that. It was a labor of love. And once your labor of love becomes something that you enjoy and not a should or something that you're trying to do, you too will get past whatever it is that's been stopping you, which is your previous identity. And God has a great future for you. So let's get out of the way of our old stuck self and shifting into choosing an identity before the outcome, right? Not you're trying to be consistent, but I'm someone who keeps promises to myself. Doesn't that sound better? Say it in the present tense and let your actions catch up later. Now, another lie we hear a lot of is that the goal wasn't big enough, right? If it was, I'd finally take it seriously. What a bunch of malarkey, right? The big goals don't motivate. They actually can overwhelm you. And the brain doesn't need more pressure, as I mentioned. It just needs proof, right? And that's why so many people, they stall. The goal feels way too far away to act on today. So instead of asking, what's my big goal? Where's my mansion in the tropics, right? Try asking, what's the smallest action that proves this identity today? Can I call a realtor? See what they're going for in the tropics, right? So it's not about change my whole life now. It's just, what's the 2-minute version of the next right thing? Because these tiny actions, they might not feel impressive, but they do feel believable. And believable actions are the ones that you actually repeat and that your subconscious remembers. Now here's another belief that quietly kills momentum. If I fall off, I'm a failure, right? Missing a day isn't failure. Quitting because you missed a day is failure. So people who follow through, they're not perfect. They just recover faster. They don't spiral. They repair. So make this rule really simple and non-negotiable with yourself. Like, when I miss a day, I restart without the drama, right? No guilt, no stories, no justifications, just continue. Because consistency, it's not perfection. It's repair speed. One last thing. Systems don't necessarily save you. I love systems. But if you don't trust yourself, every little broken promise teaches your brain that you can't rely on yourself. And no app fixes that. So your self-trust is built, maybe the boring way, right? By keeping these small promises, but consistently. And if you've been letting yourself down, you're not broken. You've just been using the wrong approach. So stop forcing your discipline and start building your identity. Shrink the action, repair quickly, and rebuild that trust with yourself. And I'm so curious today, what identity are you stepping into next? And which one do you want to leave behind? Share it with us in the comments below, please. And I invite you to join our safe, fun, free community of like-minded women, just utilizing steps like this every day to make life a little better, a little sweeter, having more connected relationships, and just being there to actually implement these things that we talk about on here. We'd love to have you in that school group. All right, links in the description below. And if no one told you today, just remember, you are beloved.